Help, my pump quit. That's what you hear, but you need to determine what's really going on. The pump might be running. It might even be pumping very well. First questions to ask would be, when did this start? Has it been working previously? Are you testing or are you in the field? If you're in the field, what message or messages did the controller give you? If there are no error message, the controller is not expecting the pump to run. If you think the pump should be running, why does the controller think it should not be running? Here are some things to check. On your run screen, look at the master switch. Is it showing that the master switch is on? Does the screen report that it's on? Look at the height switch or implement switch. There may be an arrow on the screen. Is that showing that the implement is down in a run position, or is the arrow showing the implement is up? You may need to adjust the implement switch or make sure it's working. Sometimes a pump may turn on and off while making a pass across the field. If there are no error messages, this could be the height switch bouncing on and off. This could also be a loose wire or pin on the master switch that is turning the master switch on and off. Look at the run screen to see what the controller is thinking. Check the section control or swath control. If this signal is supposed to start the application, is it telling the system to start? Does the controller think it is out of bounds or in an already applied area? You may need to turn section control or auto swath off and see what happens. Then check your speed. In order for your system to apply, it has to see a speed reading on the rate controller. This isn't too frequent, but you may have lost your speed reading. Check the rate, the target rate. If the target rate is 0, it won't apply. This can happen, especially if it's a prescription that thinks you're out of bounds or that didn't get set up right. If it thinks the rate should be 0, it will not turn the system on. After you've checked those things, then you can check, is the pump running? This isn't always as easy as it seems. There can be a lot of noise and vibration with everything else running. On an electric pump, go back and feel the pump, unplug the pump, see if you can tell if it's actually running. On a hydraulic pump, same thing. Feel the pump, unplug the PWM connector, verify that the pump is running. If the pump is running, the first thing to check is the inlet. Is the valve from the tank open? It happens. Next thing to check is the strainer. Is the strainer clean and clear? Sometimes a tight strainer can gel over, especially when a cold product is going through it. When you turn around, some of the gel will dissolve and the system will begin pumping okay. But as the gel returns, the rate will drop off. A larger mesh strainer can help. Then check, are there any other inlet restrictions? On the outlet side of the system, check. First, are the section valves open? Then check, are there plugged orifices or tubes or other restrictions on the outlet side? This could be strainers as well if you're running a system that has some tight strainers on each row. Third, if the pump is running but doesn't appear that any product is moving, you may have to remove a hose after it leaves the pump, but before it reaches other restrictions to see if the pump is moving any liquid. So if there is a message, error message, what is it? What does it say? When does it come on? That will give you some clues as to where to look. If the system is pumping and liquid is flowing, but the screen doesn't see or show the flow, there is a problem with the flow meter or with the signal getting from the flow meter to the display. This calls for checking the voltages at the flow meter and doing a tap test to confirm that the harnessing is good. A lot of calls may start with, my pump quit, but there may be a lot more to it than that.